Hello everybody, welcome to Ruby Jr.'s Riktor Guide Part 2, Riplash Techniques. In my last video I forgot to discuss skill building order, so I wanted to touch on that very briefly here. Very simply, Riplash is your defining skill and you want to level it up as much as possible whenever possible. That and his ultimate. Now that that's taken care of, I want to go on to specifics about Riplash. Riplash has a very strange reticle. If you've used it before, you'll notice that it has a ground target component as well as a target that you place on the enemy character. It's kind of weird. Take a look at this clip here. If you do it fast enough, you won't even see the reticle. I've slowed this down to 1/4 speed, and I never even saw the ground target appear during that clip. So, needless to say, it's a tricky reticle to get used to, but it just takes a lot of practice. One thing I can't stress enough with riplashing people is patience. Notice how I'm not engaging here at all. I'm waiting for my moment, waiting for him to be moving almost in a straight line away or towards me. As soon as he does that, kapow. Catch him off guard, release him in, and that's one of the fundamentals, I think, of being effective Riplash, waiting till they're moving in a straight line and being very patient with it. The next key is to throw from travel mode. Notice how I'm not engaging in anything here. I'm just kind of skating around, trying to make sure I stay out of combat, so boom, I can get in there and pull her out. The element of surprise and speed can't be underestimated. The next point I want to make is to throw fast. Once you trigger the skill, your arm goes up, everybody knows you're going to throw. There should be almost no time between triggering the skill and throwing it. Kapoom. You trigger it, fire it off instantaneously. Another big thing is knowing your target. Iggy is much wider from the side and easier to hit that way. The last tip I have for you is to lead your target and anticipate their movements. They are going to try to jump off cliffs, edges, whatever they can do to get away from you, and you got to predict where they're going to be and fire ahead of them, just like you would if you're playing an ADC. For the rest of this, I'm just going to kind of go through, show you some highlights, and kind of talk about what's good, what's bad, and hopefully give a little more insight that might help you in actual gameplay. Here I am. Riplash can be used to help take towers like this by just simply pulling defenders out of the way. I think it's really key to try to get people like that. Whenever you see them standing still, even if it's not going to kill them, just riplash them. I mean, just the psychological effects of being pulled around like that are just devastating to the enemy team. Here's a combo where I get 3 in a row. There was the first one. I'm going to catch Muriel in running away in a straight line, which you should never do if Riktor is chasing you. Pull her back in, and we're going to finish her off here in a second. Great. This last one is not the greatest. I do pull this next guy rather nicely. The problem is I pull him right out of Howitzer's ult. Kind of counterproductive. You're going to see him coming up here in just a second when these minions catch up. Ideally, I like to let my teammates get the kills. I don't need them. I'm a tank. I don't need a whole lot of card points to be effective. But pulling him out of there helped at least stop his ultimate, get the kill, take the tower, win the game. I hope this has been helpful and you enjoyed it, and good luck hunting out there.